Hello, my name is Martin Hughes, and this is my pitch for the AusRAIL conference called Every Station Has a Story.
Every station has a story. The roles that stations have played in building communities is an important part of Australia's railway history. Since Australian states have generally developed around a central port city, the railways are usually what have been the main connector for all the outer communities. My pitch would be to use the stations as a centerpiece to showcase the area's communities and history through virtual tours of the station. This can then lead into introducing upgrade proposals to the public.
The railways have helped build the states and the cities. The stations have been central to those endeavors, and they carry a lot of history about the area and its communities. For example, the railway network in Melbourne is over 140 years old, with many of the original stations still in use. Obviously, the more impressive stations such as Flinders Street Station and Southern Cross have a lot more history to them, but when I think of interesting stories, this picture taken at South Yarra in 1907 jumps to mind, where the train is running through the floodwaters. Showing the more interesting historical aspects is one way to gain interest from the public. Other ways to get the public involved is through telling stories about the communities. For example, Oakley was practically founded on the construction of the station in 1877. Since then, Oakley has developed into a bustling high street where it's currently home to a large Greek community. Showcasing these communities and how they developed along the railway lines would be a great way to get the greater community interested in the stations. Currently, the railways around Australia, especially in Melbourne, are going through a lot of modernisation. From construction projects such as SkyRail and level crossing removal projects, a lot of interest into the redevelopment is coming from the community. By showcasing the modernisation project alongside the historical aspects of the stations, this would be a great way to broaden the public's perception of the railway. By using history and the community, it is possible to gain public interest of the stations. Showcasing these stories on digital display boards at stations or through online apps would allow the stories to be viewed by travelers at the stations. Through this, it is possible to gain a connection to the community and support for redevelopment plans. Railways are central to our cities, and every station has a story.